These people are brilliant. Wow. This is my third time doing this recording. So I did the payment. I got a confirmation number, and this has happened years, but it glitched. And it took the payment back with a confirmation number, success, all that. It's happened before numerous times. Someone has stated that what I'm saying is impossible. It is indeed impossible. They did a bill payment, and their con is that they can take it back even after giving me the confirmation number. So the reason why this is my third time, the representative purposely tried to expose my location. So therefore, they have an alibi to put me out safely without showing a conspiracy. They need to blame something on my YouTubers. So no one gets accountability for railroading me and committing conspiracy crimes. So nonetheless, she said this. So then I had to record it again. So on my very new device that I've already had a number change for being harassed on this brand new number that I know is all my devices are being controlled. So I already had a number changed. So now I got a text message during the second video. And then since I got that text message, it was a distraction. And then I forgot and I let it play the location that this lady was trying to expose. So then this is the third time. And I've had experienced all these distractions that I try to communicate with you that I'm sure you didn't believe. It sounds like this major, like Ocean's 11 identity theft ring, if you ask me. And it just seems like I just fell into a situation where people are already skilled with these avenues, and they just are able to use the same avenues on me. My life has been in jeopardy. So this is the call.
Okay, am I speaking with Kiana Clark?
This is her.
Hello, how are you doing today, ma'am?
Fine.
That's good to hear. We were calling to verify bill pay activity with you.
You sound like the same person that gave me a hard time yesterday. When I asked you, you told me that it mailed out. You sound like I try to be very particular about the voices. So now it's just this long drawn out thing, and I get these calls for disturbances. If it said success, and I've done bill pay multiple different other times with other banks in the past, and I think that it would be more, the system would be more updated. Why do I repeatedly get harassing calls if it was completed? I got a confirmation number.
Any other notes from us calling you? Sorry.
I mean, when I do things, there's always glitches, and then I get harassed. Nothing is like definitive. Used to be when you did bill pay and you got success, you didn't have to have people call and interrupt. The same people that gave you a hard time prior. Remember when you told me that it took 10 days, and then I asked you how long it is to do the bill pay online? Do you remember what you said, ma'am?
Ma'am, I don't think when was this?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
How long is bill pay, ma'am?
You got a call from First National Bank yesterday?
No, I called in. How long is bill pay, ma'am? How long does it take to do the bill pay before the payment's made?
This bill pay, I would have to go through verification questions. I could.
You should know how long the process is. You have to go through verification questions, or do you have to find the answer to the question? That doesn't make sense. You're with bill pay.
First, I would have to go through the verification.
I'm not quite certain on why you would need that. If I'm just asking you how long it takes for the bill pay to work, if you don't need my name to know that.
I already have your name. I just need verification so I can give you the details of the bill pay.
I just wanted to know in general how long does it take for bill pay for it to post electronically.
Okay, I'll get you that answer. Let me just talk to my higher up really quick.
You have to talk to your higher up. They have to get the answer. They're scammers. I'm just trying to prove it.
I just want to make sure I answer you correctly.
If you call me, and if you work that department, it would be imperative that you know how long that process is. I'm just trying to expose that this is a repeated pattern. That people call me to know absolutely nothing about what they're talking about.
Doing the verification questions today, you could either call the number on the back of your card, ask to be transferred to digital fraud department.
I've already done that, ma'am. The con was when it had an error. I'm not able to speak, ma'am. I'm trying to tell you what happened. So it conned that I couldn't do the bill pay because it was some kind of error. Then it said it gave me an email to cover for its crime that I had been approved. So then I tried it again, and it went through, and then the rep was behaving bizarre, trying to cover for my strange experience. It's made it far out in advance. I did the payment on the 2nd, and it said that it was going to be on the 9th for electronic. And I asked her how long it took, and she said 10 days, trying to cover for the fact that it was so far out in advance, like you are. But I don't understand why people have called me years ever since I've been targeted to not help and know what they're talking about. It's almost like a prank call that I'm trying to prove I repeatedly keep experiencing. So if the people on the other end are trying to cover for crimes and play subliminal mind games, how am I supposed to combat that? So you call me.
I'm being committed. It's just I'm trying to verify you so that way I can verify that you get this bill.
Well, if someone is scamming and spoofing calls, that is criminal. And if someone is altering the websites and won't tell me the truth about how long it takes to do an electronic payment, that is criminal. You can't alter and then provide worse service to me than you would everyone else in corruption. And then try to make it a blur in definitives to, conceal your crime. Nothing, ma'am. I just wanted to know if it's a possibility to know how long it takes bill pay and then get to the relevancy of this call.
Let me stress my heart.
Because if I don't understand why you would call if it says
if I can't verify you, I don't know how long it's gonna be. But you could step into your local branch, or you could call the number on the
You don't want me to know why you call, ma'am? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what you guys have concocted. You called me, and I have no clue why you did it. Because I got success that the bill pay was complete, but I know my abuser don't want me paying rent, and he has the power to abuse. He needs to try to help me get out of this environment, and he has armies full of accomplices, and I suspect you're one of them. I'm just trying to prove it. So if you're refusing to tell me why you call, and what's going on with the bill pay, you claim you're with bill pay, I don't know how to combat that.
I'm calling because of online activities on your account. I'm trying to verify it.
Okay, thank you. So what's happening with the online activity? Because it said success. I'm sorry? Ma'am, I couldn't.
I have to verify in order to tell you that's just a part of our rules.
Okay, you have to verify me. So it didn't go through and it said success, it lied?
If you feel comfortable, ma'am, with the verification.
I didn't say that. I'm just trying to figure out the process, and I'm not quite certain on if you call me why I have to pay my rent and not so many people call me to deny me assistance and play games. So if you're refusing to tell me why you called, yes. Yeah, this is how you do the con.
Digital fraud department.
This is how you get away
I'm
with
just stepping in here. I do understand your concerns, ma'am.
You were eavesdropping on her call, ma'am? Were you eavesdropping on her call?
Miss Clark, I'm gonna disconnect the call if we can't get someone here, okay? We received an alert for some online activity. We do need to review it. If you're uncomfortable with the verification questions, I completely understand. We just ask that you step into your local branch.
So you're not doing the bill pay? I don't have a local branch.
Okay, are you located out of town?
One moment. Okay, so what's happening with the bill pay? Because I have an email right here and my device is glitching that you have been approved to begin using this service immediately. All you need to do is set up your payee.
Once the bill pay is set up, if it's your first time, sometimes we do receive an alert. You do have to keep in mind they are a third party. At this time, we did receive an alert. Unfortunately, we're unable to verify anything or go over anything without any verification questions. So if you'd like, we can go over the verification questions. If you're uncomfortable with it, that's okay. We understand. We just ask that you step into your local branch or give us a call back on the phone number on the back of your card.
I can do it. Can I express something to you without you hanging up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so since the things are prearranged, I get out my car, you'll go to jail, or I will hang up because you will take it. I don't have rights, ma'am. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, repeat that one more time.
Oh, I'm just talking to my the people in my circle that I don't have rights. I get when I'm questioning things that were deliberately set up. I will hang up, I will leave you, or I will arrest you because you will take it. So nonetheless, ma'am, okay. So what are we doing now?
All right, so we do have to verify the account before we can go over anything specific. Can I please have your date of birth?
I demand my time. Yes. Would it be on my app? The year that the account was created? Yes. It was last year.
Thank you. And then the last four of the photo ID on file might be like a driver's license or state ID.
These are really bizarre questions for setting up a bill pay. You need to know, I told you the location and you wanted to know if it was in a grocery store or a sing-along branch. You need to know where I opened it because it was a lot. I've had this experience a long time. And they demanded to know these questions to let me use my cell phone. So this happened with Straight Talk because they didn't have a branch you can go into. They wanted to know the branch I opened it in and all these other questions and would not let me in my phone. They wanted to know numbers I called. So I contacted the police and I said, I think I may need to do a report. They were trying to keep me from having this phone number to be able to access my YouTube channel. My phone demands that to send me notifications for new numbers. So I have to put in have my number to access my YouTube channel. It's a long story, but nonetheless, so when I threatened the police, Straight Talk let me into my account. They stated that the numbers that I gave them weren't actual numbers that I called when it really was. But they demanded to know past numbers I called. 3 of the most recent numbers I called to access my account. Someone stole my phone. And then they were trying to keep me from having access to my phone service. That's when I was robbed.
Okay. Was it a Kroger, Walmart, HEB?
Well, it was a Walmart.
Perfect. Thank you for that. So if you do want this to post it, you will have to reset up the bill pay, okay?
So it canceled?
Yes, ma'am. It was canceled.
Okay, I don't get law enforcement, ma'am. All I get is problems, and he gets away with it year after year, ma'am. So are you demanding to hang up the phone still if I ask questions?
Are you speaking to me, ma'am?
Yes. Are you still demanding to hang up? Were you eavesdropping in her conversation, ma'am?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But I was talking to someone, and then I had to repeat myself, and I was just curious on what was happening. Why all these calls that are suspicious, they have to be transferred over to someone else for years?
Okay, I'm not too sure about that.
I just was wondering what happened to the first representative, ma'am. I just wasn't quite certain why she would pick up the phone and dial a number and not know what she's doing, and then why someone else was eavesdropping. She called me, ma'am.
I am training still, so there's that. So once the call got a little, out of hand, I went ahead and took it over. Yes, ma'am. So all we needed to do was
You're training still? Oh, you're training her. I just hit the jackpot. This happens at multiple different locations in person. I thought that it was someone supervising crimes and enforcing them. But they say that people are shadowing, and there's always someone overseeing crimes being committed. I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of why my life is so bizarre. So when I'm in life for years, I'm just trying to prove it. Whenever I try to get something done, there's glitches all the time. Well, we need to know, because I need to speak with your supervisor, because maybe some people there are working have integrity issues. Maybe that's why things keep canceling out, and I get nowhere. They know I have to pay my rent.
That's gonna all be through customer service. If you'd like,
what is your position?
This is the digital fraud department.
Okay, and I can't tell you that it may be misconduct with your staff that deliberately canceled this payment that was already supposed to have taken place. They said that I was already supposed to be enrolled. In addition to that, I've never heard of anyone that had to go through a living hell just to pay a bill through their app. That has my social on it, ID, account information. I'm just trying to get clarity, ma'am, because it may be something amiss.
Right, and I have no problem explaining that.
But I'm just trying to explain. Can I get clarity? You won't let me speak, and you're the fraud department covering for crimes, ma'am. I've had to endure this nightmare years.
Over to customer service.
I didn't want to get over to customer service. I want the feds to get. Are you refusing to talk to me? And you call me, and you're the fraud department? She transferred me. I just hung up. So the lady transferred me to her supervisor, but it was in the system, so I don't know what department to speak with. I'm denied law enforcement. I don't know what's happening. Because it's in an automated system.
Here are your choices again. Name that Victoria Police Department?
Yes, my internet access, my online experiences is hacked or sabotaged. So free trials charge me, it glitches, and I'm doing an important bill pay, and it's glitching, and it seems like I'm speaking with scammers. And I've tried to report this years, but some reason the police department want to investigate it. I've been defrauded out of thousands. I'm just trying to prove it. I don't know who to speak with, because I got a message saying it was successful, and these scammers are trying to make me believe that it's this lengthy process to keep me from using the bill pay.
Hold on, I need to put you on hold, okay?
Okay, thank you. I don't know. I guess so. Yes.
Okay. So those reports can be made online. I can give you the website. It did not record. I don't know what's happening, and then it's altered, so I can't go back. It's making it difficult. And then it just went, I can't go back. It altered, and it's causing me problems with trying to go back to this scene. Because like I said, I have to record it multiple different times. So I stopped it when they said the personal information, and my device was just coming up with more avenues to make it problematic. Typically, when you're in your videos, that you can go back and forth, and I have been in the past, but it's glitching and it won't let me do it. And then when I go here, right here, you have to pay for it. See how that's making it difficult? So this is supposed to be served. This is the confirmation number. Well, the confirmation, I don't want to give you the number that says that I did the payment and they canceled it. I believe in malice. So in the video, I expressed that I think confronted my abuser about his avenues in an email about my time is valuable, stop wasting it. So he strategizes each day on avenues to waste my time and playing mind games. So I think that it's fully deliberate, and he's doing this intentionally to waste a lot of time. I think I got up at 7 something, and then I think that they started this pretty early, and then I got the call from the POF person that you'll see later, and interruption with that. So pretty much my whole morning has been monopolized with nonsense. Ending my time for nonsense. People call to offer services that I never get, pretending like they can't hear. Just all kind of strategies that you would not believe, in manipulation to waste time to get me nowhere. In fact, 10 years of a hamster wheel in mind games to have me stagnant and keep me from that something was paid and they take it back. Have you ever heard of someone that got set up a free trial and it couldn't took an hour and a half? Then another program, Noom, I think that's what it was. I can't remember, for weight loss, online weight loss. I did that. It must have been 2 hours. It was extensive, and I was like, this is bizarre. They wanted to know everything. So in 2 or 3 hours, I did this, and then I couldn't do the free trial. She said it glitched. Then they tried to charge me. Hulu just recently glitched too. They tried to charge me for the free trial that's 30 days with Noom. Okay. I said, okay, I'll pay it. Because I spent 2 hours. They said that glitched. It was incredible. The PO. The funds went through my account. I just checked my account. No, they didn't. This is for the bill pay. I guess they won't let me do the payment. So she asked me all the questions and then hung up. So I don't know if they'll let me do the bill pay again. I don't understand the relevancy of the call. So I went ahead and did the bill pay and got another confirmation number, but I've already got a confirmation number. And like I said, with Noom, they scammed me out of the 30-day free trial that it was had supposed to be started. And then I did all that extensive work thinking that I'm in the free trial. That it was canceled. They demanded that I do a payment. I did the payment, and then that canceled out. So I'm just trying to express that multiple different avenues are being interrupted of trying to get something accomplished, multiple different attempts. And couldn't use them anyway to begin with. I'm speaking of how I got locked out of multiple different accounts. Evidence of that is I'm still currently locked out of Facebook pages I've had decades and my emails that I've had decades. No longer wait. We welcome the opportunity.
So I was calling them to see what was going on. The bank. And the police called.
Hi, this is Officer Sherry Hornstin with Victoria Police Department. Is this Ms. Clark?
Yes, and your badge number?
6288.
I've just been getting robbed, and I just want to get down to the bottom of why the police department keeps on covering for me being violated. And I'm not quite certain on how to report crimes the police department repeatedly commits. I keep getting hung upon and mistreated for trying to report crimes. And I think that a major detriment to this experience is not being able to get law enforcement for whatever reason that is. So I'm not quite certain if this report will be even fruitful, because I think the problem is the police department racking up charges for themselves and not being held accountable for it. Because I've made numerous reports. Are you able to tell me what's going on and why you guys refuse to investigate someone getting death threats, hacking of my devices and people's devices in my circle, why people repeatedly deprive me of services, why, of course, set up charges on dismissed charges that I had already got out of jail for, my abuser influencing government officials, hacking of my device, threats, being cursed out at Metro PCS, trying to report my device was being hacked, stalking, and a church being used to play mind games and contribute to psychological abuse and torment.
Okay, Ms. Clark, what is your date of birth?
Okay, I have different addresses. Okay, are people spin my wheels? Is there a relevancy to these additional costs? Are you doing a report number?
I have to get you identified.
Oh, this is something new. Because people like to waste my time when my abuser's mad and play mind games. They let them do it. Okay, so you need my ID number?
Yes, ma'am.
What was your badge number again?
6288.
And your name? How do you spell it?
Sherry, SHERRY, HORNSTEIN.
Okay.
And what's your social security?
You need my social?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you trying to use an alibi on to deprive me of a report number for this insanity? Because I don't think that you should be. I think that would be misconduct. I think that that's probably misconduct to ask for my social security number.
Okay, if you don't want to give it, that's fine. I don't have to have it. I just like to have. What's your email address?
Yeah, I experience this a lot. If people demand my time to solve problems that were purposely created, then they can't hear me, and it's a long, drawn-out process. Asking for social, and what store was it? Did it have this in it? But, ma'am, I can't stop it. I'm not getting law enforcement. You need to know if I work to do a report?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to divulge that information.
Okay. Do you have any other phone number that we can get in touch with you?
No.
Okay.
I get it. If someone lets you abuse the power, you do it. Why not?
Okay, so what are you wanting to report today?
I've already reported it. You didn't hear any of it?
I heard a lot of different things. I don't know exactly what you're wanting to report today. You said you reported all those other things.
Right, but I'm having problems. I did a payment, and my device is being hacked, and I wanted to get down to the bottom of why the police department would be allowed to rack up numerous felonies and not be held accountable for outrageous criminal activity. And I'm not quite certain, because I'm not able to get law enforcement to see why the police department have not been accountable for their numerous felonies and being out of control.
Okay.
So it's like a bind, because if you need law enforcement and law enforcement refuses to be law enforcement but enforce crimes, what kind of predicament was that put with someone in? So that means that people around me have a free reign of terror because the police department is refusing to do law enforcement and perhaps setting it up. But it's still criminal nonetheless, no matter who's having people do it. So I'm forced to call the very people that are setting up the chaos, therefore won't investigate it. So, I'm trapped. So I know that you have to conspire and play mind games and cover, that's your job task, but what am I supposed to do? If you guys were setting up people in my environment to commit crimes and then depriving me of law enforcement to combat you guys' criminal activity and abuse year after year. And so I have to develop a YouTube channel to try to prove your outrageous criminal activity to hope someone will, in fact, one day hold you guys accountable for countless felonies. So I don't know. I'm sorry, ma'am, what were you about to say?
I was just going to tell you, in our records management system, we don't have you listed, which means we don't have any record of any reports being made. So you said that a device was hacked. What device was hacked?
All of them. And my friend and people in my circle of devices are hacked too. I believe someone is influencing people in my environment to play mind games and be peculiar, do strange things. Like 2 people in my new environment said that they were going to leave me and are rude and play mind games. This other party that said he was going to leave me told me my phone was hacked. It was just a network. Phone wasn't hacked. Told me I sent death threats to myself. My friend that was not gang stalker acquaintance that said that he was going to leave me the other day, I informed him my phone was hacked. He said it wasn't. It was the network. Then the other party told me that I sent death threats to myself that demanded I take the wrong food order. That's what I'm speaking of.
Okay. Have you gotten a new phone?
I did get a new phone and it's hacked too. They are trying to defraud me out of funds, having me pay for a free service. Every month, $20 for a free service of data, unlimited data. It's a government phone. I'm on a fixed income and have a government phone. So it's supposed to be unlimited talk, data, and text. But then they changed, and when I got my phone, and then now they're demanding that I pay $20 for the unlimited data that was supposed to be free. And then this situation, I did a bill pay, got confirmation of the bill pay, and this has been a pattern. That's why I wanted to call the police to report there were several cyber crimes being committed. And when my abuser's mad, he causes conflict in my environments and on my devices, and I can't get anything done. I've tried to get all kind of free trials, glitches, and then these sites that appear to be altered is demanding that I speak to a virtual assistant and slandering the company, saying that I can't call them to resolve issues with using their sites and apps. So I try to call in to get a remedy for problems I believe that are deliberately created, and multiple different sites are demanding that I speak to a virtual assistant to get nowhere when they should have numbers, including Hulu. I had a free trial that I was eligible for. I couldn't get the free trial. And multiple different other devices are glitching. Sites are glitching. POF won't let me look at dating profiles. It only lets me speak with selected people that are strange. And then in these certain people in their profiles, it'll probably not even want to tell you because it'll alter. But I'll show YouTubers later. So it's something mysterious, and I've tried to report it to the police, multiple departments, and all you guys seem to do is cover for crimes like this police department. So I want to know, how long would I have to endure the police department racking up felonies for themselves and not being held accountable for criminal activity and enlisting civilians in crimes with them? So I did tell you multiple different times about the phone. I told you about what happened with the church, my friend's devices being hacked, reporting my abuser, stalking him, setting up government officials to conspire with crimes, influencing government officials and other authority figures. I reported that. I went to Metro PCS where I was heckled for trying to get phone services and reporting these same issues to Metro PCS. And then they covered for that. While I was on the phone, I was currently being stalked, and I have it recorded. The woman came outside of the washington and looked at me until I got my device. Each time I put my device down, she'd come to the window and stare. And then when I picked up my device, she'd leave again. But I've had to endure this year. Stalking is a felony, so I had my abusers enlist parties to play mind games and waste my time to get me nowhere year after year. He's spent countless hours with games. He does it in person.
Okay. So when did this all start? You said years ago?
Yes. To my knowledge, it's probably been decades, but I'm just concerned about those things that concern Victoria Police, or maybe you can connect with the other departments. But I'm just concerned about all the police reports Victoria has covered for. When I couldn't use my phone, period. And then the church was trying to set me up and slandered me as an alibi to keep me from attending it. It keeps happening, so I thought I should report it.
Okay, what other addresses can I look under to see if I can find you? Have you lived anywhere else?
That's the address. We've already discussed that.
That's the only address you've lived at?
I'm not quite sure why you want to concentrate on that and not my report.
Well, because I look up my addresses.
I've already went over the address. And then you try to deflect and demand that I had another address and that I found that peculiar. But if I've given you that address, why would you demand that I have another one? Someone just did this on YouTube.
I'm not demanding.
Well, they were trying to figure out where I was at, and I'm to inform that party on YouTube that stalking was a crime. And I'm not quite certain why the police won't take the reports or investigate them.
Well, I need to look up those other reports.
I've told you numerous times, ma'am. This also happened with the bank just a few minutes ago. In fact, years. I'm just trying to prove it. What address would you like to demand, ma'am? Because I gave you the address.
If there's any other addresses that you've lived at.
So they're missing now? They just told me about them the other day. It's missing? This has happened years, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
They just told me about all the police reports the other day. They're missing?
What is your middle name?
You hear how she said, I'm sorry, like me? You need my middle name? They didn't take it, ma'am? But okay, now you're looking at Dallas?
Well, that's one of the places that I found you as far as your middle name.
Oh, okay. So you called me back and you didn't see anything in Victoria, but you saw it in Dallas? Okay, yes, ma'am. What do you got, ma'am? Let's see what you guys have concocted today.
I don't have access to Dallas. I just have access to an address in Dallas.
Well, she doesn't make sense. Ma'am. I thought I was doing a report.
Okay, Ms. Clark. I believe I've got all the information I need. Would you like the VIN numbers?
The what? If I am calling the Victoria Police Department and they just told me the other day about all these documents, all these reports that were fraudulent, putting things, inaccurate information and false statements in my report, how are they missing today? And then she says she can't see Dallas, but she can see Dallas. It doesn't make sense.
Event number?
Event numbers aren't investigated. What is it, ma'am?
2504-5795.
And then when I get records, they can't find them.
I'm a senior police officer.
Okay. So as for the police department, they can just stay out of control. There's no way to report crimes within the department. And how you guys repeatedly rack up felonies and deprive me of law enforcement for serious events. It's that double standard, huh? That continues. Private numbers. I'm just not really seeing, it's like I'm spinning my wheels. I just don't really see the relevancy of doing these reports because whenever I try to get the records, I'm bullied and violated. My device that I'm recording with is glitching and overheating. It's probably going to give me an insane amount of time for this upload. And I don't know what you guys are putting in the reports to save your own behind because the other report information I got the other day was pure slander and fraud and other tampering with evidence. So I've noticed this from all the departments that I'm doing reports to. They can never furnish these report numbers. So I'm just spinning my wheels. And they won't investigate 300 and something reports. Because I get violated every single day. So it was extensive. There's 365 days in a year. And it happens every day. And I just wait till it's out of control before I report things. Nothing. He'll do it all day. The time now is just 9:12. Since I've had to keep recording, I think it's 10 something. Harder. I did a bill pay and they took it back. Ma'am, are you going to have someone just come? Y'all, you guys, you should just come to the door. He had it like that. Police department just come to the door in the con to scare me. Came to the tent. Then I lived out supposedly off the grid. You weren't even supposed to know I lived in the tent. You didn't give a damn. Did not give a damn. Well, we are the police, just like Training Day, and you're crooked just like he was in Training Day. I'm gonna let my viewers see it, ma'am. This is a waste of time. Bye, ma'am. All right. This is the police department.
I'm putting cases on all you bitches. You think you can do this to me?
He's a crooked
cop. You
cop.
motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. You'll never see the light of you. The fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
So if you think this is disturbing and inappropriate for me to put on my channel, what's disturbing and inappropriate is for you allowing the police department that behave in that manner to run you. I want you to have a reality check that you are allowing some people like that, armies full of police, to not only behave like that, but control you to rack up charges with them. So if you are thinking that I am wrong for posting this man, that uploading videos of this man using profanity, I think you are wrong for conspiring with criminal activity with a police department that behaves in the exact same manner. So these are the strange people. I wanted you to see something and I forgot what I wanted to show you, but these are the strange people from POF, the few people that I'm able to speak with. Hello, good morning, beautiful. I'm Jack. This is from when I first woke up. Like clockwork. Okay. Then we had the call from the other party. You shouldn't have known I just woke up. Descriptions of another part video telling me I just got off the bus, and I did just get off the bus. Hello, good morning, beautiful. Immediately when I got up. So his whole profile is how's life treating you. First of all, you know that I've been putting this in a lot of comments, and first of all, I'm a father and I love my daughter. Secondly, I've always had an incredible passion for living life to its fullest. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I just find that peculiar. Hello, beautiful. First comment, and he gives his number. I've already stated to someone, like within a couple days, that I didn't feel comfortable exchanging numbers yet. And this random person says hello, beautiful, and then wants to give me his number. I can't see people. Only the people that can contact me. Hello?
Hi there. May I please speak to Miss Gardner?
Miss Gardner. Miss Gardner? While I'm exposing POF.
Yes.
This is her. Let me rewind it so you can hear that.
This is Evelyn.
I said I get prank calls for interruptions. Someone didn't want me talking about POF. Get off the bus. Hello, good morning, beautiful. Immediately when I got up. So his whole profile is how's life treating you. Contact me. So we have the prank call again.
Hi there. May I please speak to Miss Gardner?
Miss Gardner?
Yes.
This is her.
Hi, this is Evelyn David calling from Benchmark Mortgage. I see you're interested in purchasing a home here in Texas.
No, ma'am. I'm interested in getting assistance with the FBI. I was trying to expose crimes. I hope the pages haven't altered. I get spam calls, ma'am. Okay, thank you. It shut off when I was exposing the number. Bye, ma'am. I didn't want you seeing the number.
Okay, bye.
Bye. This is the one that the wife died. I can only talk to a few people. They only contact me. I can't contact people. Yes, I'm 56. My wife recently passed. Okay, when was that, if you don't mind me asking? This month. Wow, okay. You don't think it's too soon for you to be on here? I'm dealing with the funeral and everything now. I don't feel comfortable speaking to you. Take care. Do you care to have a decent conversation? That's the man that said, do you care to have a decent conversation? I do like professional men. There's another one. How do you doing today, sweetie? I hope you are away having a wonderful weekend. Do you like a professional African man? It depends on your expectations. What are they? And then he hasn't responded. That was a week ago. We're hiding when this happened. This was several weeks ago. And I haven't had a response. Over a week? I thought it was. So this is the tent when the police just came on their own, was so out of control. They came to a tent to violate. Doors, scanned with shelters to be there, just did not give a damn. Came to bus stops, restaurants, who cares? Like that clip that you probably got offended when I put, who gives a we don't give a damn, we're the police. We are the police. We don't care. So I'm in the tent. They don't give a damn that they should not know that I'm here. Period.
Hey,
The church said they didn't call.
Love. Why do you ask? You're shining a light in my face. Police harass me. Let's get to it. I can't.
It's on the ground. I'm just
Okay.
you okay? You okay?
Yeah, are you committing a crime? Yeah, what are you here for? Okay, well, where's all my police reports? It's like Carice. Well, it's like you're bullying me. No, I don't know why it's like you're abusive. Because, I mean, if you're trying to help me, why aren't you investigating any of the police reports? What about my conspiracy to violate things and why she shining the light in my face? This is a lot of government abuse right here and torture. Well, if you want to check on
They
me,
were taking my freedom. That's why I have so many false arrests.
Why is she shining the light? Well, hey, if you're trying to check on me, are you trying to torture me, intimidate? Well, are you here to
Are
intimidate me
you
and bully
a
me?
threat to yourself or anyone else?
Are you okay? You don't feel like hurting yourself?
All right, why is she covering for the conspiracy to violate civil rights crimes?
Do you want to hurt yourself or anybody else?
No, I want to not get violated. But why she looks like she's a bully in the government. Well, I want to report the conspiracy to violate civil
So
rights crimes.
they're
I'm not
demanding
okay.
my time, like I
And it's
already
like she's
stated.
trying to bully me and keep me in abuse.
So all shelter scams, so I couldn't be in them.
So if you need your charges because conspiracy to violate civil rights is a crime.
So he did. If I didn't talk to the scammers or none of the cons that he had set up when working, he just sent someone to the door like he's already done here multiple different times. Knock, knock, go knock on her door and demand her time to violate her. So they came on their own I wasn't even on the radar, didn't have any mail going to that address. I told the church I was in trouble. They let me stay on the property, but demanded if I told anyone about my abuse, they put me off in the same violations, but much worse to the degree of where they let someone plant a poisonous snake in front of my tent. They watched me go to the tent. To me, it was like I had to be forced on property with some people that were trying to kill me. Because what if that water moccasin would have bit me? That night, the preacher spoke on pit viper snakes, looked right at me and said, "Let this be a warning." I almost vomited because I didn't think church people were supposed to act like that. But obviously, I was mistaken. Police in this video were at the tent left when I started asking about the other reports while they demanded to know if I wanted to hurt myself or anyone else and came on their own. I asked them where all the serious reports, interference with child custody, hit and runs, assaults, attacks, trapped on trains, buses, multiple false arrests, corruption, stalking, gang stalking, threats, all this insanity, bullied at shelters. I don't know right now. I feel put on the spot, but they walked off with all that insanity and only want to focus on if I wanted to hurt myself or others. Okay, well, we'll see when the next scheme transpires. The time now is 10:39. I got up at 7:45. I normally do reading. I started to do worship music and get grounded. So there's deliberate schemes to interrupt in all kind of peace. I'm just not quite sure on how that party would know. How would this party know immediately when I got up to send me "Good Morning, Beautiful"? But it happens all the time. That's why I'm trying to expose it.